I wonder whether those tattoos mean something. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. It must be left over from when Knife set up the sawhorse that the board is resting on. Sure, I doubt Knife would mind. It's a good rope. Seems strong. Perfect Complexion Ink talcum powder. It may be of use. I don't know why they say talcum powder smells like babies. To me, it smells like talcum powder. I suppose it belongs to Kai. It's a bit imposing to know he comes from a long line of witch doctors. Something happened before, and I just don't get it. While I was talking with Knife, Kai called me by my name, but I'd swear I'd never mentioned it. I'll go ask him about it. Excuse me for bothering you, Kai.
Aloha, Brian.
But how do you know my name?
You mean you never mentioned it?
Not as I remember.
Well, I must have heard it around town, brah.
That's funny, because I just got to this island.
Welcome, then. Do you plan on sticking around, brah?
No way. I'm just passing through. Or more like I just dropped in by chance.
No. Stay as long as you want, brah. I like it when you Malihini come to live here. As long as you don't make noise and you let me meditate in peace. There's fewer and fewer of us who speak Hawaiian, though. And it's sad to see the traditions disappear. I bet you don't even know that Mala, the name of the island, means garden.
I'd love to learn Hawaiian, but I have no time to waste.
Hang loose, brah. Nothing in life is worth running away. First, you have to ask yourself about the Mana'o and things. What they truly mean. And the best way to do that is to lay down and take a load off for a while.
Darn, the main reason I came was to ask you a few questions.
Whatever you want, brah.
Do you know if there's any way into the military camp without being seen?
Not a one, brah. Those soldiers are as wa'awa'iki as they seem. They set up around the Tiki Temple, and that place is practically impenetrable.
I've heard you're a surfing hero, even though you're missing a leg.
No big deal, brah. People who don't think exaggerate all the time. Lots of talking, lots of hurrying, and little meditating. People should spend more time lying in a hammock. Plus, if that shark hadn't gnawed my leg off, nobody would talk about me.
It must be hard to live with a prosthetic leg.
Maybe at first. Until you find someone missing the opposite leg who has the same taste in shoes as you. So just imagine, I'm saving a fortune.
What a faux pas, that shark mess.
Not as much as you'd think. Since then, I look at things from a much calmer perspective. And I appreciate certain things I wasn't interested in before. I got my parents' house back and moved into it. I took Knife in as a student to convey my knowledge to him, and I started to study my own island, its past, its animal life, its customs, but mainly it helped me discover my true calling, meditating.
I'm curious about your peg leg.
It's a leg made of flexible black metal, especially for athletes, but I don't think you can see it, brah. Knife's kid koala stole it from me this morning. The little rugrat was playing with the sand, and I guess he used it as a shovel. Who knows where he hid it?
Getting back to what we were discussing, according to Lokelani, your grandpa was a witch doctor.
Nani koki, Lokelani, huh? Yeah, my grandpa and my great-grandpa before him was the island's official kahuna and official witch doctor of the poultry god. His specialty was bringing poultry shop chickens back to life.
Is it true that if a bird dropped dead, your grandpa could revive it?
That was his specialty as a kahuna. He was called Kini Papa Moa, which means something like King of the Sick Poultry. He was so famous they showed him on TV around the world, until the National Bird Lovers Association denounced mistreatment of our fine feathered friends, and he was never allowed to revive a bird again. Then he started learning Reiki to use as a hangover remedy, but he never seemed to be very good at it. Maybe it's 'cause he only had one hand.
I guess you must know a thing or two about witch doctoring.
My grandfather would always take me to his Hawaii, his ritual hut, which is where he would teach me everything a good kahuna should know. Sharks are the spirits of our ancestors. To revive a bird, add a bit of this and a dash of that. Do this, do that.
So, your great-grandpa was a witch doctor too?
Yeah, brah, they say he was a specialist in hearing the future through the sound of waves. Though I've also heard he was born without one of his ears.
What does Nani Koki mean, referring to Lokilani?
Pretty much the same as Hilu Hilu. But Lokilani is much more than that. You gotta admit that Kio Kio has turned into one real huilau. I'm just saying that 'cause that nice fat manu she has, and that incredibly uli pair of pekekeu, get my mind to think of nothing but lele, lele, and more lele.
I'm not sure, but that sounded a bit gross.
Why? It's just that the girl has turned into a true pet fanatic, which is just 'cause of that big fat parrot she has. With that incredibly wide pair of wings that get my mind to think of nothing but flying, and more flying. What did you think I meant, bro?
Me? Nothing. But I still don't know what it means if you say Lokilani is Nani Koki.
Heck if I know. Oh yeah, I think it means the same thing as when Knife says she's a hot babe. Or something like that.
Maybe we should talk about witch doctoring some other day.
Alright, bro.
What does that word bra mean that you say so often?
I wouldn't know how to translate it, bro. Hold on, maybe Knife knows. Listen, bro.
What do you want, mate?
Hey, how would you translate bra, bro?
I don't know, mate.
Think harder, bro.
Hey, the one who speaks the Hawaiian lingo is you, mate.
Yeah, but I want to know how to say bra in your language.
No, mate, I don't know what bra means.
You sure, bro?
Don't go aggro on me, mate.
I can't stand the way that bra's always saying mate all the time. Sorry, Brian. You're just gonna have to find out then.
I'll just keep strolling around the island.
Aloha kaua, Brian. I'm just gonna keep meditating for a while.
I wish my friend Saturn were here. Sculpture is one of his passions, and I'm sure he'd like it. It keeps the doors from being opened. Impossible. Just by looking, I can see the wood is too thick. Nothing more than your everyday garbage container. I'm not exactly dying to open it, but let's see what's inside. I hope it smells better inside than outside. Bags of trash, old newspapers. Ooh, this could be totally usable. Almost a whole stick of butter. And no, nothing else in there looks recyclable, at least for now. It looks like it's made of steel. Okay, it could be handy. Huh, it looks like the other end of the cable is hooked onto something down there. Sure, I'll take a glance under the shack. It's pretty dark. I'll get a little closer. I knew it! The cable is caught up in the roots of a palm tree. He must have been stuck here for ages, and I can't get it untied. I don't know what this darn cable is for, but it's sure stuck tight. Yeah, maybe if I grease the knot, it'll come loose. Presto, it's untied. With all that effort to untie it, I'm not leaving it there. Hello, my good friend. So, have you worked on your vocabulary? You're a whiz at saying yes or no, but I don't know if you really understand me or if you just have a nervous tick. I think I've gotten a bit mixed up, so let's change the subject. I can't see your face very well, but I get the sinking feeling we've met before. We'll chat some other time, okay? Good luck, my friend. Okie doke. Let's see if he knows how to write. Hey, guy, I found a chalkboard for you. If I give it to you, you can write on it, and you won't be stuck just saying yes and no. Do you mean yes, you'll still answer yes and no, or yes, you won't? It doesn't matter. Here, take it. Thank you. You're welcome, man. You see, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Get to the point. So, you're in a hurry now? No. Running out of chalk. A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake. Are you sure you haven't seen her? Very sure. What are you doing here? I have a mission to accomplish. What kind of mission do you mean, if I may ask? You may not. If you have a mission, then you're not a monk, you're a missionary. And you are a twit. Maybe it'd be better to change the subject. Okay. Father, I have sinned. What are you telling me for? What a useless monk. I am no monk. Are you mute or just pretending? Long time since I used earthling speech organs. And what speech organs do you use then? Gills? Chalk almost gone. So soon? Well, it did last quite a while. Low quality. Shoot, it ran out just when this was starting to get interesting. Anyway, man, if I find something else for you to write with, we'll continue this convo. I'm not very tempted by the idea of chit-chatting with more military types, but if I have no other choice... Huh. This guy's reading. I hope that good habit makes him act nicer than his cohorts. Hello there.
Marine Zachariah O'Connor, at your orders, sir.
What do you mean, at my orders?
Pardon my indiscretion, sir, but I know a superior officer when I see one, even if he's disguised in plain clothes, sir.
Jeez, how funny. Why do you think that?
Because you wear flashy colors to draw attention to yourself, sir. And that is precisely what nobody would expect of a soldier going incognito, sir. If you allow me to make a remark, I believe that was a very intelligent idea, sir.
Well, if you say so. By the way, you could try not to yell when you're talking.
Impossible, sir. I'm hard of hearing, and if I don't speak up, I run the risk of not knowing what the devil I'm saying, sir.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I say to him now?
Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
You didn't happen to see a girl dropping out of the sky today by any chance?
No, sir. I always wear my ball cap this way, so I'm usually blind as a bat, sir.
Why don't you wear a hat that lets you see?
It's a lumberjack custom to protect our eyes, sir. Keeps the sawdust out on the one hand, and on the other, it keeps the bird doo-doo away when you climb a tree, sir.
What in the good Lord's name can you do for your army if you're half deaf and blind as a bat?
My main task is as a lookout, sir. I used to work as a lumberjack before enlisting, and there's no one in this regiment who can climb a tree as fast as me, sir.
So you climb trees to spy on people? When I see the colonel, I'll have you tried for treason.
You are hilarious, sir. A deaf spy, sir. High treason. Your lady friend must bust her gut with you, sir.
My lady friend?
I meant that girl disguised as a waitress, whose body I couldn't describe without making an indecent comment or two, sir. I'm sure that she's actually an MP with the mission to weed out soldiers who hit the booze too much, sir.
I'd like to see you climb a tree.
With pleasure. But I need rope to do that, and I don't have any here, sir.
Take me to the camp.
Shoot, sir, I can't. People would be surprised to see a civilian snooping around. Someone would recognize you and it would mess up your plans, sir.
I was told that nobody would bug me if I came in with Soldier O'Connor.
No, sir. Only Professor Pignon is authorized to enter the camp with me, sir.
Who's Professor Pignon?
I've never seen him, sir. I only know that when he gets here, I'm supposed to drive him to the camp and remain at his orders as long as he's on the island, sir. Ah, and I was given a photo. Look.
Which one is he? The monobrow with the wart?
No, sir. The old one is Professor James Simon. Good guy. He retired a year ago, more or less.
So, Pignon is the young one.
Gee, sir. You are a sharp tack. I never would have guessed that in my life.
Have you considered I could have you drawn and quartered for giving away confidential info?
You've got me between a rock and a hard place, sir. I'm damned if I lie, and I'm damned if I tell the truth. I'm just a foot soldier who can't compete with your devilish West Point logic, sir.
Do you know how he'll get here?
I guess you'll be tired, sir.
I meant, what mode of transportation will he arrive in?
I don't know, sir. But whether by plane, train, boat, or swimming, you can't deny he'll be tired. Especially if he comes swimming, sir.
Let's talk about something else.
As you order, sir.
Got a piece of chalk on you?
No, sir, but at school, I learned to make them. It's quite complicated, sir. You have to grate a bit of plaster, mix it with gum arabic, and place the mixture in a test tube, sir.
Okie doke. So, what's the complicated part?
That's all, sir.
I see. Hey, I have another question, O'Connor. Return to your position, soldier, and remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
Not having doors is a bummer, unless you don't mind falling out of a Hummer. It resembles the ones they have near the camp entrance, but in a convertible version. Quite practical if you're hungry and you find mosquitoes tasty. Yeah, good idea. Done. I'd better not get too close, it's full of sap. I'd better not get too close, it's full of sap. Yes, that way he can climb up the trees and I can get rid of him. Just watch how riled up he gets. O'Connor, I have something for you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Oh, man. I'll have to make this a bit more obvious. Soldier, let's see if you're as big a man as you say. Grab that rope and climb that tree, now.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, now is the time. I bet he won't notice. Mine. I sure hope O'Connor doesn't notice it's missing. Now's my chance. It has all the power I need, and then some. I'll just use it for a sec, and he probably won't notice. Well, it seems like O'Connor is none the wiser, but... That way I'll tie up all my loose ends, 'cause you never know, I may use it again. Just in time, O'Connor's coming back. I'll just be sliding back over to where I was.
did it, sir.
Did you hear anything strange while you were up there, soldier?
Just some vehicles off in the distance, sir. But allow me to correct you. You climb a tree to see, not to hear, sir.
All right, O'Connor. At ease. Hey, that might actually work. Now I just need to mix this properly. The sap isn't quite gum Arabic, but it should work. I hope the cap doesn't come off, or I can say goodbye to my pocket and everything in it. And now, shake up the concoction a bit, make sure it's nice and compact. And presto! A real, genuine, homemade piece of chalk made in the true Brian Basco style. They don't look like they weigh too much. Jeez, looks like we're making some progress. Whoa, dude! It's too dark from up here, and my spiky hair is blocking the sunlight. I'll go down and see if there's a better view from inside. Okay, down we go. As expected, I can't see a thing, but I guess my eyes will slowly adjust. It's empty. It looks like a storeroom for keeping old junk. I can hardly see my hand in front of my face, but let's take a look. Holy mother of... I think a sack full of sand just fell on my head or something like that. And that rod of iron I just ran into. Hey, it's a metal detector. I'm definitely holding on to that for later use. Plus, I'll avoid having it fly into my face again. Ouch, that hurt! The worst thing about these tumbles is you get struck by all the objects you're carrying. And I don't exactly walk around empty-handed. It has a little cord to turn it on and off. I imagine it gives off a little light. The glow-in-the-dark yo-yo would be brighter than this, but oh well. It's running and producing power. It's probably providing electricity to everyone on the beach. Well, it wouldn't be a basement if there were no boards leaning against the wall. It's like those trunks full of costumes you always find in attics, or old shoeboxes in garages, or mason jars with peaches and syrup in Granny's pantry. It's almost like a requirement, you know. Well, I'll swipe one of the smaller ones. Looks like they've been ruined by moisture. I'll leave them here. They're as useless as cork and would just split apart. It looks like you can turn the electricity on and off for several places on the beach from here. As far as I can see, there are 6 switches for 6 specific places, plus the general circuit breaker.
Hey, what was that? Are you messing with the circuit breaker, Kaimi?
Yeah?
Well, you better turn my electricity back on, because my fan stopped and it's a scorcher today.
Lucky thing there aren't many steps. That's the way to the machinery that makes the Bronco buck. It looks more like a buffalo than a bull, but what's the difference in Hawaii? Kinda boring, isn't it? Considering it doesn't work and all. Yeah, maybe I can get the Bronco to buck again. What a mess! Only a genius could fix that mechanical nightmare.